Alright, what's up YouTube? Again, I got a medium ripper here and the goat. So good comparison, kind of the medium boats here. Again, I'm not going to focus on too much on my channel of medium boats, but for a small person it is always sometimes a decision of whether to get a small boat or a medium boat. And I've been paddling the goat for a few months now, and I love that boat on everything. Just got this, I paddled it twice now on the Koi and upper yacht, so getting a feel for both of them. But I just want to do a little comparison video here of the medium ripper and goat, since they are comparable in that medium-ish, smallish category. So just starting kind of at the bow, I don't measure this on the ground because my last video with the small versus medium ripper, this setup here definitely tricked my eyes, and when I put them on the ground they were exactly the same. So just looking at it from here, it appears that the goat definitely has super sharp bow rocker. You can see that nose sticking up towards the sky almost, where the ripper just has more of that progressive rocker. And I'm not going to go over the different super detailed differences of outfitting. I've already done that kind of in that small video I have where I lined all the half slices up. This is more just to show you what a medium versus medium kind of looks like here. Stern rocker, again, from being on the stands, the goat definitely has more stern rocker, where the ripper is longer, just kind of comes out and flattens out. I'll do a little walk around here so you can see. And I'll put them on the ground too. I mean, look at that sharp bow rocker. Reminds me of the Scorch. All Wakas pretty much have sharp bow rocker there. So probably see better on the ground, but you can see how wide that tail is on the goat compared to the narrow tail on the ripper. That really gives you a lot of stability on slides and stuff like that. Even going down river, this just takes a big powerful hole to catch. I hardly ever feel anything in this. I haven't paddled in this like on the green or anything yet to give you a full kind of, if a big hole catches what happens, but I can tell you I can run through anything in this goat and I don't feel anything in my weight. Outfitting, again, I'm not going to go over detail, but you can check the difference in the outfitting out. With the hookers, it's very similar on the thighs, but without the hookers, I have a lot of wiggle room with my skinny legs in there. The goat is wider. I think the goat's 25.5, that's 24.5, so you can see the kind of the difference in the width of the boats there. I guess safety is the biggest thing between these two boats. You got a foam pillar in the front, you got a rotor molded step out pillar here, you got plastic grab handles here, and you got metal security bar handles here. So that is a big difference in safety if you were to get pinned. So it's something to consider for sure. Bow's got more volume. This does have more volume. I'll post the stats. I believe this is 72. This is 68 off the top of my head, but I'll post them. And then lengthwise, the goat is 8'8", and this is 9 foot, at least listed on the website. You got a lot more cockpit space here around the rim than the ripper. Cockpits are pretty similar as far as skirt size. They both require extra large if you're doing IR skirts. There you go. I'll put them on the ground now. So sitting on the ground, the bow rocker is even more pronounced. So my eyes are not playing tricks on me this time. Definitely way more bow rocker, and I'll measure that for you in a second. You can see the cockpit comes up higher on the goat. Stern rocker, same thing, more stern rocker on the goat. You can see the kind of the volume difference and the length difference, especially right here on the front view. And that width in that tail. You can see the difference in the width on the back here. Goat is definitely wider. Ripper comes down more to a narrow point. I'm gonna measure this for you in a second. Alright, so let's check out the bow rocker here. Looks like about 15 on the goat, somewhere around there. can't really tell where the parting line ends. I'm just gonna say 15 right there, not to the tip of the boat, but kind of right there in the middle a little bit. And then 11, so almost 4 inches more bow rocker on the goat. That's pretty significant when you're going through a hole and drops. Let's check out the tail of the stern rocker here. Looks like 7.5 versus about 7 3/4. So not much difference on the stern rocker. And I will say I do stern tap a lot in the goat, so it's not surprising. Let's measure this here just for the heck of it. Looks about like 8.5 versus 5.5 maybe. So almost 3 inches different on the stern, how wide the stern is. Let's just kind of measure maybe middle of the road here. 19 inches kind of in the middle of the stern, where you got say about 18, so an inch difference. So that kind of matches, you know, the difference in the boats. And let's see, right behind the hips here, yeah, it should be about what they say on the website. Let's just do security bars here, and about 23, and then I'm guessing, yeah, about 24. I'm not gonna measure it exactly. About 23.5, 24. So behind the hips are fairly similar, but where it really changes is kind of back here in the middle of the tail, end of the tail. There you go. Flip them over real quick. All right, so there you go. Boat's upside down here. Just kind of give you a little walk around at first. Again, you can see that massive bow rocker on the Waka, which props the boat up a little higher when it's upside down. And you can see from the top here how rounded this is compared to the Ripper, which is pretty much flat. And you got these edges here kind of in the middle of the plane here, where this is completely flat all around to the sharp rails. You know, the rails are fairly similar on the side, but it's that rounded plane here, or the flat plane versus kind of the rounded plane that makes it a little bit different. So obviously the Ripper is a little faster. I'm not quite as fast as the Goat. The Goat is by no means a slow boat. Ripper's a little easier to get out of holes because you got that full planing kind of hole with this, more hybrid. Plastic wise, I've had a lot of runs on this, and you can see it's really no deep scratches. I mean, this has been on the green probably 7 times, 6 times in other rivers. And this is one run on the upper yacht where, yeah, I mean, I did a lot of boofing and stuff, and it's not too bad. Got one little nice one right there on the side. But yeah, main difference again is that rounded hole shape versus the flat shape. All right, again, the question's gonna come up and people are gonna comment, which one should I get for my size? And the answer is, again, it's gonna depend on what you're paddling. I really like both boats so far. Again, I haven't handled the Ripper on some other stuff, but so far I really like it, the Medium Ripper. Basically, if I was doing more downriver, straight downriver, big water, with not a ton of like sharp rocks where you could piton and stuff like that, I would pick the Ripper 100%. It's super fast and nimble, fun to paddle, sharp edges. You can carve in and out of stuff, and I can still stern squirt it when the seat's back, so it gives you some playability as well. The Goat, if you're doing more creaking, big water creaking, stuff like that, I would probably say go with the Goat. Now, does that creak bad? No, but this does creak a little better because of the bow rocker, obviously, and the wider stern. You don't really have to worry about getting caught in ledges and stuff. This thing will just punch right through anything, and that does a great job. This is just an excellent job at creaking. But downside of the Goat, at my weight, I cannot get a vertical whatsoever. I can get about 3/4, but I've tried every addy line, every technique that I have in my bag of tricks. I cannot get a vertical, and I have heard similar sayings from other people around my weight. But I guess that's my overall opinion of them. Both super good boats. You're not gonna really go wrong on either. Waka is a little more expensive than Pyranha right now, because some places will give you some discounts on the Pyranha, where Waka basically no discounts whatsoever. So you're paying almost $1,600. Depending on the store, you might be able to get the Ripper for $1,300-ish or so, like that. But yeah, so if you're going more creek style, go with the Goat. If you're going more downriver style, go with the Ripper. But again, both do each well. Just that bow rocker on the Waka helps it on creeks a little more. And it's a hybrid hole, so it doesn't get caught quite as on rocks. You can kind of slide off rocks and stuff like that. So yeah, that's my opinion. Comment below what y'all think, if you paddle both, if you have both, whatever. Appreciate y'all liking my videos, watching my video, commenting. And if y'all have any other ideas for videos, let me know. I still got some the code's coming out soon, so I'm hoping I can get you some footage on the small code if I can get one. We'll see. Anyway, peace out, y'all. Thank you. See you on the river. As I was putting the boats away, I forgot to mention just the outfitting. I mentioned this on the small comparison, but I do like the outfitting better on the Waka. It's more comfortable than the Ripper. And I will say the Waka doesn't leak as bad as the Pyranha boats. You definitely have to watch the bolts on the Pyranha boats and make sure you have them screwed in good. But again, both good boats, both good companies. Customer service on Pyranha is awesome. I was missing some bolts, and they're supposed to be here Monday, and I think I emailed them Friday morning. So kudos to Pyranha and Josh at Pyranha for getting me that stuff like super quick. So another thing to consider, I don't really know the customer service on Waka yet, but Pyranha, good job.